You're not tired. You're losing. That's the truth you don't want to hear. Because when you're winning, you don't feel tired. You feel alive. You feel sharp. You feel unstoppable. Energy shows up from nowhere. And you keep going, no matter what. Winning is easy once you're already winning. The hard part is turning it around when you're losing, when you're stuck, when nothing is working. That's where most men break. Because they never get past the first win. But once you do, everything changes. You've seen yourself do it. You've felt it. You've pulled something off when it mattered. And now you know you can do it again. That's power. That's how you become dangerous. You become a machine, a probability machine. Because now, every opportunity looks winnable. You don't see risk. You see outcome. You don't see difficulty. You see process. You don't see fear. You see repetition. And repetition builds certainty. That's the shift. If you're the kind of man who decides something and finishes it, you win. Not sometimes. Eventually. Because everyone else quits. Everyone else folds. Everyone else disappears. And the longer it goes, the fewer men remain, until it's just the real ones, the ones who don't stop. And those are the ones who take everything. So you need to program yourself, not with hope, not with motivation, with certainty. A 100% certainty that you give everything, every time. A 100% certainty that you try harder than everyone else. Because once that's locked in, life changes. Opportunities don't look scary anymore. They look obvious. You see something, and you think, that's money. That's opportunity. That's mine. Because you already know, you don't quit. And if you don't quit, you win. Every time. Let me make something else clear. If you're broke, it's temporary, unless you deserve it. That's the part people hate. If you don't work, if you don't try, if you don't learn, if you don't adapt, then you deserve to stay there. That's reality. But if you're willing to try, to learn, push, to stay open, then your situation is temporary, guaranteed. Because money is the real game. Everything else is distraction. And broke people know they lose that game. So they play others. They gossip. They argue. They complain. Anything except building something. Because building requires effort. And they don't want to work. So they talk. And talking pays nothing. While the men who win stay focused. All their energy on what matters. Money, growth, execution. That's it. Now understand this. Depression is expired motivation. That feeling you get when you want more. When you see a better life. When you know you should be doing more. That's not depression. That's a signal. And you have two choices. Act or ignore it. If you act, you move forward. If you ignore it, it rots, it festers, and it turns into depression. That's it. You didn't act. So now you suffer. And you call it something else, but it's simple. You delayed, so now you pay. The second you feel it, move. Immediately. Don't wait, because waiting kills it, and kills you with it. Speed matters. Speed keeps you alive. Like a plane in the air. Too fast to fall. You keep moving. You keep building. You keep stacking. And nothing catches you. No doubt. No sadness. No hesitation. Because you're too busy. You're too focused. You're too committed. And you wake up excited. Not because life is easy. Because you're in control. You don't say, I have to. You say, I get to. That shift changes everything. You get to work. You get to build. You get to improve. That's a privilege. Most people don't even see it. Now listen carefully. There are no shortcuts. None. You don't get paid before you do the work. You don't get results before effort. You don't get rewarded for potential. You work, then maybe you earn. That's the deal. And the men who understand that win, because they focus on the work, not the outcome. Work works every time. And happiness comes from struggle, not comfort, not ease, not distraction. You solve problems. You grow. You earn satisfaction. That's the reward. Take away struggle, and you become empty. Take away resistance, and you become weak. Take away purpose, and you become lost. So stop running from it. Chase it. Because that's where everything is. Strength, money, respect, peace, all on the other side of doing what you don't want to do. Every day. No excuses. No delays. Just action. Relentless. Uncomfortable. Non-stop. That's how you win. That's how you build. That's how you become. Walk the hard path.